Mwah. Wanda, reconnect us to God, to ourselves, and back to the community. Okay, so look. Fam, it's like this. What is going on in my heart is about healing. Because I know, for me, like, checked up. Checked up. Right? My thinking checked up. My speech, my behavior, right? All that checked up. But when God gently began to reveal the depth of my jacked up life, He was so gentle, so patient. And how He did that, how God began to reveal how jacked up my life was very slowly. And sometimes it took a while for whatever He was trying to show me to actually sink in. But the realization is that as long as I thought that I'm okay, I wasn't really ready to receive help. So let's go here. I'm going to go here. Like, I'm not a professional when it comes to videotaping. And, like, you look behind me, like my bedroom, jacked up. All that crap up there, right? Jacked up. And, when I was watching the videos, and, come on, I'm just talking about me. Some of the women, oh my gosh, they look so elegant. Like, their crib is like, woo! You know what I mean? That joint is nice. Right? And then I look at my jacked up bedroom and say, oh man, Wanda, you got some work to do. I'm not advocating that we compare ourselves to people. But at a certain point, fam, we have to have some sort of measuring rod. We have to have some sort of measuring rod. So, as gentle as God was in revealing my mess to me, I would also like to be gentle with others. So, I'm going to tell you like this. Look, there was a time in my life when my children were young, and my behavior was so self-destructive. People around me all saw the danger, the risk that I put myself in and my children. And I remember one day, my sister called me, and she said, darling, a lot's been going on, and I just want to be able to be there for you and the kids. So maybe you would think about letting them come down and stay with me for a little while. Just a little while. And that way you can get whatever you need done. And I was like, oh, okay. Right? Because the way she addressed that problem was with gentleness, where I wouldn't be defensive. She knew that my life was spiraling fast out of control, that I was endangering not only myself, but my babies. And the way she handled it was with grace and gentleness. Now, I just imagine if she would have came at me like this. Yo, darling, like you out of control. You're going to end up hurting them kids. Like something bad's going to happen. You need to let them come here. Baby. Like, pride would have definitely said, hell no. Even though I knew the truth. But I wouldn't allow my children to go with my sister because I was prideful. So I'm saying all that to say, really see how jacked up I was, y'all. Didn't see it. But my mouth, my lifestyle, my behavior, my actions, my words told the truth about where I was in my life. So, I'm saying that to say, as we embark on this journey of reconnection, before anybody, can be reconnected, you got to realize that you've been disconnected. That somehow you've been sitting in the dark with no lights. You became disconnected from the power source. So, I'm saying this because, like, it doesn't matter how much stuff you have in your home, how beautiful it is, how nice that 2020 is driving, all those nice cars and jewelry and surrounded by friends. None of that matters if you're unstable mentally. And the deep part about it is that there's something inside of us that knows the truth, even though we deny it. So, let me be the first to say, I've been through so much in my life, just like everybody else. And God used the avenue of therapy, counseling, groups, year after year after year, to teach me and to help lead me out of the darkness. You know, so much has happened in our lives as women. But one of the things that I truly believe in, that God will direct us to the right place to get our healing. It might take a long time. Might take years, depending on the severity of our trauma. But one of the things, fam, that I definitely don't want to happen is as God begins to place me in a position where I can help another soul, Lord knows I don't want to unload my garbage onto another person. Like, that's really unfair. That's really unfair. So what I ask God to do for me is, Lord, heal me in the areas that I need healing so that I can be ready for your service. So, what does that look like? See, because when we go to be a blessing to people, right? Like, our stuff ain't all together. You know, I think about judges, right? Like, they got the authority to lock you up, to give you sentences, to set you free. They got that kind of power. And when they come out with them black robes, they're poised, right? Confident from appearance. But you don't know what's really going on inside. Like, you don't walk with that judge. That judge might have some kind of secret perversion or, some hatred towards, other races we don't know. So that happens a lot around us. There are people that are supposed to be serving. They're supposed to be serving, but they're full of junk. Mess. And what happens is, because they haven't been healed or delivered from that mess, every person that they touch get affected. You understand what I'm saying? So, I know we ain't perfect, but there's some things that we can definitely work on. Right? So I'm saying, like, if anybody has experienced any painful hurts in their life, like, let me be the first to say, There's nothing wrong with therapy and counseling. There's nothing wrong with going to somebody to help clear out them things in your mind so that at least you can begin to think better. And if you think better, you can do better. But the problem is, when you really think there's nothing wrong with you, that's the problem. And, I would like to look at myself and say, hey, baby, I got it together. Lies, deception, I don't. But before God will allow me to go into somebody else's life to be a peer and a support to somebody, there's areas in my life that my junk got to be dealt with. Got to be dealt with. So it's nothing wrong with getting counseling. It's nothing wrong with getting therapy. Whatever it takes for you to heal. Whatever it takes. And it might take a long time, it might not. But fam, this is the journey that I would like to see in my life. I mean, get that big ass board. Look, here's the board. That big ass board. Get that board out of your eye so you can help get that teeny speck of dust out of somebody else's. Because it deal with you first. So, I'm saying all that to say, we're on this journey together. And anything that's living in the darkness, when it's exposed to the light, it has no more strength. Like, think about them damn roaches, right? And I know we ain't got no roaches now. Right? I'm talking about when we was younger, okay? When things was hard, right? And you used to hate to go into the kitchen, man, baby, 10 o'clock. You want to go downstairs and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Turn on the lights. Boom! Dumb joints start scattering all over the place. Roaches all over. Now like, get that. Right? Because them bugs hate the light. And that's just like our secrets. That's like all those things that happen to us and we don't tell nobody. In the dark, they having a party. But once we begin to expose that mess, the fear of exposure is the hard thing. What people going to think, how they going to look at me. Like, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part, fam. Is to tell somebody your deep, dark secrets. Like, it's almost like as soon as you begin to relive or talk about that trauma, it's almost like you're transported back to the very moment it happened. But fam, the healing is worth that journey. It's worth it. Anything that happened to us when we were children and innocent and didn't know. And God got his eye on a sparrow. He got his eye on us. Like, you ain't alone. You ain't alone from the abuse, the sexual trauma, the hurts, the beatings, the lying, the being used and abused. You ain't by yourself, fam. Like, I'm exposing this because so many people are so afraid to talk about their trauma. Because it's like they transport it right back when it happened. But we got to get it out. We got to get it out. We got to get our healing. Because somebody else right behind you is going to need you. They're going to need your encouragement. They're going to need your understanding. They're going to need to know that you've been where they've been. So, I definitely am not going to make this no sad video. This is empowering. Right? Big ass mouth Wanda. Empowering, fam. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to be reconnected to God, to ourselves, and back to the community. Baby girl, it's going to take work. Hard work. But you're not alone. You're not alone. Peace, blessings, and prosperity. Wanda, reconnecting us to God, to ourselves, and back to the community. I love you.